Okay, hello everybody. Today I will show you how to use and set up a Arduino Uno board, circuit board, or controller on your computer. So the first thing you have to do is you need to go to the website, this website, and get the Arduino program. I'll leave it in the video description so you can download it. So depending on the operating system that you have, just choose the right one for your OS. Mine is I have Windows 10 Professional, so I'm gonna get this one. So if you have Linux, you pick this 64 or 32-bit, or if you're using a Raspberry Pi or something, you would pick the ARM version of Linux 64 or 32-bit. Or if you have an Apple computer, you would pick Mac OS, but I'm going to pick this one because that's what I have. And then you just download it. I already downloaded mine, but you would just download it and get it into your computer. Just download. You could pay them, contribute and pay them whatever you want if you wish to do that. You go here and download it into your computer, and you just start the program and you get something like this. Before you start writing anything to it, just make sure you plug in your Arduino board to your computer via USB slot. So then select the right Arduino board right here. So mine is Arduino Uno. Some people may have the Arduino Uno Wi-Fi or whatever, but this is what I have, so that's what I selected. And you have to select the right COM port. So after I plugged it in, this showed up. So let's say I unplug the Arduino board. It's unplugged. I go back to tools, I go back to port, COM1, there's no Arduino board. So now I'm going to hook it up again. And go back to tools. And there it is. So if it's if it was selected on COM1, then obviously it's not going to work because it doesn't have your Arduino Uno board on it. So it's COM3, so I select that and that's it. And now we're all set to go. And the next one, in the next part, I'm going to connect the Arduino to the breadboard. Hello everybody, today I will show you how to set up a Arduino board to a breadboard. So the way you hook up the Arduino to the breadboard, this is Arduino Uno, is that you have to first understand that in this breadboard all the columns are connected together. So you have this line right here. So if you have a column here, let's say column 30, everything in column 30 is connected. So vertically, and everything in this horizontal column, which you see the negative, that's called the anode, they're all connected here, and the positive here is all connected also horizontally, like going this way. And so after you pass this line, they're all connected vertically this way, the columns are, and horizontally they're not connected. So let's say number 35, column 35 would not be connected to column 36 going vertically. So that's how you hook it up. So you would need a couple of things. The first thing would be this, which you would connect from your Arduino to the breadboard. We're just going to set up a LED, a simple LED like this. And you need a resistor. Let me get that out like this. This is a 330 ohm resistor. And that's all you need to set up a circuit. What you need here is you need to locate the pin. So I'm going to connect it to pin 12 right here with this thing. So pin 12 is, I think it's this one right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from right to the left. So it's a 6 pin, and I'm going to connect it to right to column 35, and I'm going to connect this resistor. It doesn't matter which way this thing goes in. It can go in any way, this way or that way, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to connect it to column 35. Like so. Let me turn on the light so you can see better. And now I'm going to connect this part. So the long side is the anode, that's positive, and the shorter side of this is the cathode is positive and the anode is negative. Longer side is the cathode and the shorter side is the anode. That's negative. So I would put that on this part right here. See if I got that correct. It's in column 30 for the LED for the positive part. The longer side. 35. And the shorter side is connected to 29, column 29. And I would connect this part into the anode, the shorter part of the LED. And then I would connect this to ground. So there are, I think, 3 ground pins. The ground is negative. There's one right here, which is right there. This is the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4th from the right to the left, the 4th pin. And there's one right here as well. There's 2 actually. There's one there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th from the right to the left, and the 6th from the right to the left. Which is right there. That's also ground. 1, 2, 3. 6 from the right to the left, so that's ground also. You could put it into this. So I'm just going to put it here. And now I have a complete circuit. So you would have to go back to the Arduino program that you downloaded, and I will show you how to program a simple LED, how to make it flash and blink and all that stuff. And you could hook up another LED as well. See, just like that, this one. I'm gonna put a resistor first. I'm gonna put it into 20. Column 20. And I'm gonna put the pin right here again. This time I'm going to connect this to pin 11. So right there, that's pin 11. So I have 12 right there for the first one and 11 right there. And I would need the LED. This time I'm going to use a green LED. Connect alongside the positive in here. The other side of the resistor and negative in there. And the right side. I'm going to connect this part in this column, which is connected to the shorter side, negative, to the ground in the Arduino board, which I said is right there. Just like that. And you could put, I could put one more, but it doesn't matter. We'll just do two, and I'll show you how to program it. Okay, now that you set up the board, the Arduino board, with the breadboard, now we're going to start writing some simple programs into the Arduino Uno controller. So you just start the Arduino program, just like this. And go to File and go to Example and just pick one. Just gonna pick bare minimum. Okay, in the board, we have pin 12 and pin 11, right? So we put pin mode. I've already put pin mode 12, so it's going to be outputted. And it's very important that you get the caps right here. Just like when you type in pin, you have to put capital N, MOD, or it's not going to work. You can put as many pins as you like here. So pin mode. Let's have a pin mode 10 and output like that. See, it's not registering. It has to be green right here. It's registering 10. The pin mode isn't registered because it's not capitalized. See? But I don't have anything connected to pin 10, so just leave it at that. And the next thing I'm going to do is put it right here for pin 12. High means that it's going to, the light's going to turn on. So that's for 3,000 milliseconds is 3 seconds. Let's put 5 seconds. That would be 5,000. Caps is also very important here. 12. No. Low means it's going to turn off. And the delay time for that, let's make it 2 seconds. And then let's do another one for pin 11, right? For 11. High. The delay would be, let's make it 3 seconds. Digital right. 11 low. Just for 1 second. It's half a second. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, good. And you just click this to upload the program into your Arduino. And you'll see the change. You'll see it on the Arduino board. Okay, the code that I entered was for the red light, which is in pin 12. It's going to turn on for 5 seconds and turn off for 2 seconds. So look at it carefully. Red light. And now the green light is turning on for 3 seconds and it turns off for half a second and it turns back on. So what it's doing is it's running the first line of code and then it's running the second line of code and repeating it in a loop. That's what it's doing basically. It's doing exactly what I told it to do in the Arduino compiler. And there's a lot of applications you could use this for. Just like that. This time we're gonna do. Now you know that it's working. We're just gonna declare. We're going to declare variables. So I'm gonna declare int our red LED is equal to 12, and green LED is equal to 11. We're just going to use these variables throughout the entire program instead of using numbers. Go down and copy and paste. And then I'm going to run it. So this is a lot better because you don't have to, if you have a very large program and have a lot of different functions, repeating like things like repeating a lot of stuff. You don't have to go in here and change the number for each one. This would be like time consuming. So I'm just gonna write more stuff in here. Like write red LED, high delay. 1 second. Whoops, I spelled something wrong. That's why it's not highlighted. Okay, now it's right. Okay. And I could change any pin here. You know, I could change this to 8. I could put the pin into a different different slot in the Arduino, and I could change it to 8, 4, 13, or whatever. And I don't have to go in here and change every little thing. I'm gonna run this now. I made a mistake here. I'm gonna put RLED. That's what I declared it as. Okay, now I'll be running pretty much. That's one of the good things about using variables. And this will... You could do a lot of interesting projects with this Arduino board. It doesn't have a lot of memory in it. The thing about this board is once you program it, it's gonna be running like this even if you unplug it from the computer. You could get a power supply for it and connect it to something and connect it to a power source, and it will be running this program just like this every time until you change the code. Then it's going to be different. That's pretty much it. I hope this was helpful, and this will get a lot of people started with this thing, with the Arduino board, Arduino Uno board. And there's different types of Arduino Uno boards. There's the Arduino Uno Wi-Fi. So with that board, you don't have to connect it to a computer or anything. You could just connect to it via Wi-Fi. But with this board, you just connect it to a USB port and connect it to your computer, and the Arduino compiler basically detects it, and you can write programs into it, small programs, and make it do whatever you want. You could put a fan on it, you could put motors on it, servos, whatever, and do a lot of interesting projects on it. Okay. Okay, this is the code that I entered with that variable function, RLED and GLED. The red light turned on. The green light turns on for about a number of seconds. It pretty much does what I did in the compiler, basically, pretty much.